All right, ladies and gentlemen, the pros and masters are getting on the grid. Joel Smith and Daniel Folds on the front row. Eric Steele and Blake Massengill on the second row. Chris Johnson, Timmy Martin on the third. Donald Fisher and Richard Schmidt on the fourth row. Frank Ranger and Kyle Terzak round out your top 10. Caden Tufts back in the car in 11th, and Austin Edwards showing in 12th. However, Austin is in race control tonight. Brendan Tracy rounding out the field here at the Bull Ring. Pace car leading him around, giving him a chance to put a little bit of heat in those tires. Worth noting that some of these drivers are actually setup shop sponsored drivers, meaning that they have had a team working on their setups for this race tonight. Could make things very, very interesting. I do know, as we heard, Timmy Martin is running that Jones BS Racing setup brought out by Edwards High Performance. And, of course, we have Team Z's setups out here on track as well. Pace car is in. Here we go for race to the pros and the masters. Green flag is in the air. Do expect a lot of green flag racing here tonight, but they're 3 wide through 1 and 2, so who knows? Down into 3 and 4, everybody side by side. Joel Smith quickly out to the lead. Front 4 single file for the moment. Chris Johnson back in 5th trying to make his way forward. But look at this move. Kyle Terzak and Caden Tufts side by side. Out of 3 and 4, they closed a big gap on Chris. Caden now up 5 spots into 6th. Kyle Terzak in 7th. Brendan Tracy also on the way forward. He was one of the semi-pro drivers, up 5 spots already into 8th. Joel Smith, the fastest lap of the race so far, in the lead, trying to pull a gap on Daniel Folds. Joel Smith, as we mentioned, the highest I-rated driver in the field. Eric Steele sitting back in 3rd, Blake Massengill in 4th, Chris Johnson in 5th, Kyle Terzak still battling with Caden Tufts and Brendan Tracy there now. Oh, Tracy's a little loose, but saves it. Great save. Timmy Martin now back to 9th. Richard Schmidt in 10th. Donald Fisher in that admin box car in 11th. Frank Ranger in 12th. If you haven't heard of those admin boxes, go check them out, especially if you run an iRacing league. Man, those things come in handy. Joel Smith's lead has shrunk dramatically as Daniel Fields just set the fastest lap of the night in 2nd place and is right on the leader's bumper. Blake back in 3rd, Eric Steele in 4th, Kyle Terzak now in 5th. Caden Tufts now battling with Chris Johnson. Caden trying to move himself, Kyle Terzak battling for 5th with Chris Johnson. Caden Tufts is closing in from behind. Eric Steele in 4th, Terzak now in 5th, Tufts in 6th, Chris Johnson back to 7th, Brendan Tracy in 8th. Timmy Martin holds on to 9th, Richard Schmidt in 10th, Donald Fisher in 11th, Frank Ranger holding on to 12th. Daniel Fold once again set the fastest lap of the race last time by, trying to find an opening on Joel Smith. They are still pulling away, though, from third place Blake Massingill and fourth place Eric Steele. Steele trying to stick the nose down under out of turn 2. Steele has the bottom line into turn 3, has the run in, drives it in deep, and takes third from Blake. That did allow Kyle Terzak to start closing the gap back up, now down to right at a second. Caden Tufts also closing in from behind at 6th. Kyle Terzak and Caden Tufts both up 5 spots from where they started. Chris Johnson has drifted back into 7th place. Brendan Tracy, one of the semi-pros that hopped into this pro race, currently running in 8th. Timmy Martin appears to be struggling just a little bit, currently running in 9th. Richard Schmidt still in 10th, and Donald Fisher, Frank Ranger rounding out this field. Ranger now to the high side as the leaders go by. Daniel Foltz not able to utilize the lap car as a pick just past the halfway point. Kyle Terzak has now caught up to Blake Massingill, trying to make a move. Terzak looks down to the bottom. This is the battle for 4th. 17 laps to go. Terzak now moving up into... Terzak now into 5th. Caden Tufts in 6th. Brendan Tracy in 7th continues to close in on these two. Chris Johnson also starting to find some momentum here on the long green flag run, although he lost a lot of ground in the early going. The top two still nose to tail. Daniel Foltz unable to find a way by. Blake still holds on to 4th. Terzak and Tufts 5th and 6th. Brendan Tracy, though, is almost there. Brendan started back tail end of the field, has fought his way up 6 spots, the biggest mover of the race. Terzak still holding on to 5th, but Tufts starting to look a little bit low. Tufts has a run as they go off into 3. Brendan Tracy dives it. Tried to make the move there, but couldn't make it stick. Now Terzak looking back underneath, trying to reclaim that top 5. Joel Smith still in the lead. Daniel Foltz in 2nd. Eric Steele still holds 3rd, but Blake Massingill is right there with him in 4th. The battle is really on for 5th. This is a 3-way battle now. 10 laps to go. The battle for the lead is on, but man, they are in lap traffic already. This long green flag run definitely coming into play. Daniel Foltz trying to find a caution. Caution is out as Foltz was trying to find a way to take advantage of the lap car. Eight laps to go. It looks like Caden Tufts involved in this. Remember, they were in this 3-wide battle. Let's see what happened. Right on the bumper. Oh! Caden went for one heck of a ride there. Was there any contact at play is the question. They are inches apart. Does look like he may have gotten a little bit of a love tap from behind. And he definitely went for a spin. Schweider, I'm actually going to have to look that up, buddy. I've never even heard of it. Caden Tufts did go to pit road, used his repair. He is back out on track. Joel Smith has led every lap so far, but Daniel Folds has been on his bumper the whole time. Ooh, now that does sound yummy. Right now it is, and with less than 10 to go, they will go single file on the restarts. So it'll be Joel Smith, Daniel Folds, Eric Steele, Blake Massengill, and Kyle Terzak, your top 5. Chris Johnson, Timmy Martin, Richard Schmidt, Donald Fisher, Caden Tufts rounding out your top 10. John, I have to agree that was a very long green flag run, but cautions do breed cautions, especially this late in the race. Green flag back in the air. It'll be 8 to go at the line. And already Folds looks to the bottom. Can he drive it in deep enough to get underneath the leader? He does as they head off into turn 3, and Eric Steele going to try and follow him through. Steele gets the nose in, but holy cow! Joel shuts the door on him. Folds still managed to hold on to second place. Terzak now up into 4th as Blake drifts back into 5th. Chris Johnson trying to look on the high side. The top 3 nose to tail inches apart. And now Joel Smith looks to the bottom as they go off into 3. Drives it in deep, makes it stick. It's a drag race to the line, 5 to go. Holy cow, Eric Steele drove it way into the corner. Almost got into the back of Folds. Kyle Terzak lurking right on their bumper. Out of 4, he looks to the bottom into turn 1. Eric shuts the door. Chris Johnson now back up into the top 5, but Joel still holds the lead. 3 laps to go at the bull ring. Top 5 all just inches apart. Top 6 really. Timmy Martin in 7th. Caden Tufts now up to 8th. Brendan Tracy in 9th. Donald Fisher runs in 10th. 2 to go. Joel Smith has dominated this race all night long. And now Smith and Folds have pulled a little bit of a gap on Eric Steele as white flag is in the air one more time around. Joel drives it off into turn 3. Folds sends it in as deep as he can. It will not be enough. Joel Smith will win at the bull ring. Daniel Folds comes home in 2nd. Eric Steele finishes 3rd. What a race. What great battling. And we're going to keep an eye. I do believe Austin Edwards is going to come out and put on... Oh! Austin Edwards out for some post-race shenanigans. Let's talk to our top 3, starting with Eric Steele. Eric is Doug. You got me?
Yo, yo, yo.
Man, that was a great race and one heck of a battle up there at the front.
Yeah, there was a couple of times I had the nose in there, and, you know, Joel and Daniel, we race week in and week out, and the official series were 1, 2, 3 in the points, and that's exactly how it ended up here tonight. I didn't expect nothing less than the top 3 of us battling it out for the win. They were a little bit better than me tonight, and I let them go for it, and here we are, P3.
Well, man, still a great finish. You walk away with some prize money, and man, like I said, that was just non-stop battling. A great race. Congratulations, buddy.
Hey, thanks a lot. I got to thank all the members over to iRacing, where we tune legend cars week in and week out, for all the people on the sim, for fast free competition. If anybody out there is into official C-Class Legends racing and they're not paying for any type of subscription and they need some fast free setups, head on over to the iRacing Discord and get yourself some fast free speed.
Will do, buddy. Thank you so much, and congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Daniel Folds comes home in second. Actually, I'm looking. I'm not seeing Daniel Folds available. So let's talk to our winner, Joel Smith. Hey, Joel, it's Doug in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir, I do.
Hey, man, a great race for you there, bud. That was quite a battle you guys had going on. Folds all over your bumper.
Yeah, me and him have raced all season in Legends, so it's been a big fight. It was a tough race. I missed a shift on that last restart, and then just had to kind of fight my way back to the front there, and had to do some crossing over. When he made a mistake, I just kind of took advantage of it.
Well, man, it definitely worked out. You had an awesome race. It was, like I said, it was an awesome battle, but realistically, you dominated, you led the most laps, and just pulled off a great win there.
Thank you. I'd like to thank Elite Performance Industries for everything they've done for me, and Caden Tufts for being an amazing race car driver out here.
Well, great job, buddy. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Looks like Daniel Folds did, he was briefly in here. Let me see if I can find him again. Daniel, you came home second, but man, you gave Joel one heck of a run for his money there.
Yeah, for sure. Felt like we had one of the better cars tonight and took advantage of a missed shift on his part, but I was having some pedal issues, honestly. Legitimately couldn't even go full throttle, so I was doing what I could, but hats off to Joel. He drove a great race. Hopefully we can get him next time. Man, it was a great job, a great race, and despite the pedal issues, to come home the way you did, man, awesome night. Great win. Congratulations, man. Thank you.
And it looks like Brendan Tracy, who put on this exciting event, has joined us for some final thoughts, man. Brendan, that was a wild, awesome night.
Yeah, it was a fun pro race there for sure. Thank you, Doug, for coming out and doing this for us, and appreciate all the sponsors who came on board.
Well, man, it was an awesome night. You guys had some great sponsors, JR Designs, Sim Coaches Pedals, which I'm going to have to look into, Admin Box, and Team Z's setups. Man, a lot of great people came out. A lot of people helped with this, and it turned out to be an awesome event. Hopefully, we see it back again next year.
Hopefully, that's the plan. I would love to put it on again and get a bigger car count out and run a good show.
Well, man, hey, you did put on one heck of a job, one heck of a race. Just an overall great night, buddy. Congratulations! What a night it was.
Thank you, Doug.
Brendan, Tracy, thank you guys all so much for tuning in tonight. This was a blast. Don't forget to check us out on YouTube. And hey, we might be getting a little trucking in here in just a little bit. So you might tune back in. You might see some trucking before the night is out. Tomorrow morning, GT3 NSS is back 11 Eastern. Tomorrow night, BRR Cup Series is back at 7:30 Eastern. And if you like these Legends cars, come back Monday night, 8:30 Eastern. The Jones BS Racing Legends are here. A lot of new broadcasts coming soon and a lot of great streams. It is Call of Duty week this week with the new game, so we're going to have a lot of Call of Duty stuff out. Plus, we still have the MS fundraiser going on. Really appreciate everybody's support with that. Check it out on Facebook. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hope everybody had as much fun as we did. Have a wonderful night, everybody.